Last but not least, the new pocket battles.
Oh, last?
Yeah, that's it. I told
Wow.
you. I told you 4.
Yeah, I know, but
Should I?
You were going so slow. I assumed.
Was I?
No.
I can go back and revisit.
No.
Revisit Cleopatra's Caboose again. if you want.
No more Cleopatra Caboose.
Why not?
I'm allergic to corny right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, the new Pocket Battles expansion, for those of you familiar with the game, it's orcs versus elves, and you can actually play any army against any other army. So you could play orcs versus the Romans, elves versus the Celts, or I mean, you can just play right out of the box too. But for those of you not familiar with Pocket Battles, it is a great deal. I mean, it retails for 15. We were selling it for €10 here at the fair, and it's a war game that fits in your pocket. Each of the 2 players constructs.
Which pocket? This pocket?
Yeah, sure. See, look at that, man. That's a big pocket here.
I can put 3 or 4 in.
You can make Cleopatra's Caboose right there in that pocket almost.
Shit.
So
I shouldn't have dared you to
hey,
do that.
you know what? I'm going to keep going there until the well runs dry. So
that guy too.
So
the I-9 guy. Let's go.
fine.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. So you've got units that you use to construct. Troops. I'm sorry. I want to get the terminology correct. You have troop tiles that you use to construct.
Sorry.
To build units.
Yes, to build units.
Right.
Yes.
So we would agree on, say, a 60-point game or 70-point game. It goes from 50 to 100. It's in multiples of 10. And the first number that's on the tile is how much that costs, and the second is its formation value. So the formation value basically means that's the maximum number, if you have that troop in a unit, that you can have in that unit. So for example, the Magus can only be by herself. The Queen can only be by herself because she has a formation value of 1. But otherwise, and you construct these in secret for your opponent, so you can hide them from your opponent, but you figure out how you want to form your troops, and then you stack them one at a time face up in front of you. Troops have a number of different things on them. Dice that you roll, and when you're attacking, archers have ranged combat, so for every instance of a particular die when they're firing, that's how many hits they make. For example, if you have this formation and you roll 2 4s, you would actually do 2 hits against the enemy. They would have to allocate those. Okay. The clever little thing about these are the action tokens. For every 10-point game that you have, you'll get 1 that you can use to either give an order to a unit, to move that unit, because it's a system a little bit like Memoir, where you've got a left, a middle, and a right flank, and then a front and a back, actually. So you can move units to the front. Archers, actually, you might want to have them, well, I don't think they can fire from the back, but you can have them in the front firing instead of having to engage in close combat, and that's what the black dice denote. You can also mix and match, obviously, so you could conceivably have this as a unit where you've got elven does and then these 2 elite archers, and so they'd be good at a mixed type of thing. The really interesting thing are all of these different little abilities based on the icons that are on all of the different tiles. And if you're unfamiliar, there's a little handy cheat sheet for not only the turn order and what the things that you can do on your turn, but all of the abilities. So some of them, for example, the mages can heal another unit. So these troops also, and so if a troop is wounded, it takes away from your order tokens for that turn. Some of the units have long range. Chariots actually, can run over people and can be quite powerful. That's why you can only have them on their own, and so on. So, a lot of different replayability. It's a really cool game.
And this is coming out in the U.S.?
Yeah, it's coming out. It'll be hitting the U.S. Sometime late November. So look for it in your stores there.
Cool.
But yeah, it's a great little war game for 2 players. And that, as we say,
is that. Well, let's see how we did.
Did I get you in under time? Look at that.
Wow.
We've got 20 minutes.
Wow, you got 20 minutes.
So how was your weekend?
You got to talk about.
How was your week?
Ask me some other time.
All right. I can tell your voice is shot.
My shot is voice.
My shot is dead.